In today's video, we will recreate a chess-playing scene from Blade Runner. In the original film, low-angle lighting, cool tones, partial illumination, and a dark background are used to create a cold, detached, and almost non-human sense of futurism. Through this lighting recreation, we hope to restore the psychological atmosphere, spatial depths, and character state presented in the original scene. Part 1. Introduction to Underlighting. The core lighting method in this scene is underlighting. Underlighting refers to light projected from directly below the subject or from a low angle. It can break normal visual experience and reverse the direction of shadows on the character's face. In ordinary lighting, the brow bone, bridge of the nose, and jaw usually form relatively natural shadows. However, underlighting makes these shadows extend upward, reshaping the structures around the eye sockets, nostrils, cheekbones, and mouth. In film, underlighting is used to distort facial structure and exaggerate skin details, creating a mysterious, oppressive, or non-human psychological atmosphere, thereby precisely strengthening the dramatic tension of the character. Since the actor's face needs to be illuminated by an overall soft underlight, the light color should be cyan and dark blue. We chose the PNCL 800 kit LED light as the main light source and placed it slightly in front of and directly below the actor's face. There are two purposes for doing this. It can provide a unified cool-tone underlight for the actor's face from a low angle. On the other hand, LED lights are relatively easy to control in terms of color temperature and brightness, making them more suitable for creating the cool and bluish visual atmosphere of the original film. In the actual setup, we did not make the underlight too strong, but tried to keep it soft. This is because if the underlight is too harsh, the shadows on the actor's face will become very sharp, which can easily create an exaggerated or even horror film-like effect. This would instead deviate from the calm, oppressive, and restrained atmosphere of the original film. Part 2. Lighting setup for Act 1. For the shooting of Act 1, since the background of the scene was already quite dark, we did not add extra fill light in order to preserve the low-key, oppressive, and suspenseful visual atmosphere of the original film. Instead, we directly used the existing ambient light on set. For the key lighting, we placed an LED light at the lower right side of the actor, allowing the light to shine diagonally upward onto the actor's face. This was intended to create an effect similar to the lighting in the original film. Since the left side of the actor's face was relatively dark, we set up a layer of polysilk near the lower left side of the actor's face to soften and reduce the light. It is important to note that the polysilk was not placed close to the actor. Instead, it was positioned closer to the LED light and farther away from the actor. The reason for this arrangement is that if the diffusion material is placed too close to the subject, it will further soften and brighten the shadows on the actor's face, weakening the three-dimensional structure created by underlighting. What we wanted was for the polysilk to soften the light, rather than completely remove the dramatic shadows produced by the low-angle light. Therefore, the overall lighting logic for Act 1 was centered on cool-tone underlighting. Through low-angle lighting, we aimed to create an unusual and oppressive feeling on the actor's face. At the same time, by using polysilk to control the quality of the light, the image could maintain its shadow layers while presenting a low-key, calm, and cinematic visual effect. Part 3. Lighting Setup for Actor 2. When shooting Actor 2, we also continue the lighting approach of using cool tone underlighting, creating a strong construct between light and shadow on the actor's face and adding a sense of mystery. For the key light, we place the LED light at the lower right side of the actor, allowing the light to shine upward from below onto the actor's face. This helped to emphasize the cold, oppressive, and dramatic visual effect of the original film. At the same time, we set up the polysilk above Actor 2 and the camera, so that part of the light reflected from the LED could be softened and fall onto the actor's forehead and upper area of the face. This not only prevented the upper part of the character from falling completely into darkness, but also made the transition of light more natural, making the image closer to the original film's effect of partial lighting on the character's face. Part 4. Comparison between the final footage and the original film.
Night.